suppose most of you have seen a crystal at one time or another, probably in a natural history museum or in a chemical bottle. Here's an unusually big crystal, dug out of a clay pit in Brazil. Here's a smaller one, broken from the side of a cleft in the rock in Arkansas. But crystals aren't always big, beautiful things like this. As a matter of fact, crystals are everywhere. The salt you use to flavor your food, for example, it consists of little crystals of sodium chloride. You can see their shapes by looking at them through a magnifying glass. Little cubical crystals of sodium chloride. Snow. Here are some enlarged pictures of single snowflakes. Each is a single crystal of water. You buy the alum you need at a drugstore and grow the crystal in a mason jar. If you do this, I'm sure you'll be very much impressed by one thing. The crystal keeps growing, maybe for a week. It keeps... In order to grow a single perfect crystal as big as this, you have to take pains and let everything happen slowly. But you can see what's actually happening by letting things happen a little bit faster and looking at the business under the microscope. I'm going to take a solution of alum, which is just itching to the carbon crystals, and make a little pool of it on the microscope slide. And then add a few little crystals of alum to give the alum something to deposit on. And then get myself a mother and let her rip. There they are. You can actually see them grow by turning them out to a higher magnification. The little crystals keep pretty much the same shape as they grow, just getting bigger. Naturally, they all sit down on the microscope slide on one of their biggest faces. So you see the shape of the crystal depends mostly on what the crystal is made of, and not on its size, so long as it's free to grow in all directions. Now, crystals don't only grow out of solutions. They grow out of gases. Then I'll carry it over here to the hot plate and melt it. Now let's go over here to the microscope. There's one growing, turning very slowly in the liquid as it grows, because it hasn't quite sat down on the slide yet. It seems almost to push those flat faces ahead through the part that's still melting. Of course, you know that the whole crystal isn't moving and shoving its front along. The liquid next to the face is becoming solid and adding itself to the base. But it's doing this in such a way that the stuff added on also forms a flat base, so the crystal keeps its shape while it grows. Now, I'll melt this back carefully on the hot plate so as to leave just a little rounded blob of crystal. That rounded blob will be a single crystal, but it won't have flat face. Now, I want you to see what happens when this pool... And now you can see the boundaries between some of the crystals which make up that gorge. In most pieces of metal, the crystals are much smaller than these crystals because they've been broken up when the metal was drawn or rolled or hammered into shape. But the metal is crystalline just the same. Well, almost all solid things are made of crystals. In fact, if you ask for the heating stage, which is fine and low, you'll probably say a solid is a bit of matter that is crystalline. Of course, that doesn't mean you get it very far, because somebody is sure to ask what you mean by crystal. But if you don't answer that, the answer comes in two parts. The first part says all matter is made of atoms. The second part says it has to look matter. The atoms are arranged in regular order. I want to talk a little more about what he means by this and show you a little of the evidence for it. The idea is that the crystal is a pattern of atoms, a regularly repeated pattern of atoms, like the regularly repeated pattern of a wallpaper. If the atoms were flat and made a two-dimensional crystal, they might be taking up an orderly arrangement, like this arrangement of pennies on the table. In three dimensions, they might be making an arrangement like these bearing balls, closely packed together. These close-packed arrangements aren't the only arrangements the atoms might take. They're just simple examples of what I mean. Now, already, perhaps, you can see what these two ideas, the idea that a crystal is made of little units, atoms or molecules, all alike, and that those little units are arranged in the crystal in a regular way. You can see how those two ideas will explain what you've been looking at under the microscope. For instance, those Allen crystals have such symmetrical shape as they grew. Now suppose you had a two-dimensional crystal, like with a pattern of atoms like the arrangement of pennies. There are more atoms in solution all around it. But since the arrangement is symmetrical in the crystal, you expect pennies to add themselves on at the same rate here, and here, and here, and so on, because conditions are the same in all those places. The crystal will grow symmetrically and keep its shape, so long as nothing gets in the way and prevents more atoms from reaching the surfaces. Let me show you another kind of evidence for these two ideas. It's a kind of evidence which doesn't come from the process of growth. It comes from the properties of the finished crystal. This is the evidence of cleavage. If you ever handled mica, you're acquainted with cleavage. The mica crystals you find in nature come apart easily in one direction and not in any other, so that you can split them into extremely thin To give you a rough idea of something weight must be so low as to drop. He blows them in a pan of soapy water, tiny bubbles which rise to the surface and collect in rags. The bubbles behave a little like atoms because when they're floating on the water, they attract one another a little. And when they touch, they stick to one another. Into order, much faster than this, the more astounding their achievement seems to be. But this will give you some little idea of what a hustle and bustle must really have to go on an atomic scale. Sometimes when the molecules are very big and have an irregular shape, they're too sluggish to get themselves arranged into order. Then they congeal into a glass. A glass is very much like a liquid, but it's like a liquid in which the molecules are no longer able to move past each other. It has patches of order in the midst of disorder. The disorder is frozen in place, so to speak, can't get itself rearranged into order. Liquids and glasses are very much like a liquid, but it's like a liquid in which the molecules are no longer it has patches of order. A glass is very much like a liquid, but it's like a liquid in which the molecules are no longer able to move past each other. It has patches of order mass. A glass is very much like a liquid, but it's like a liquid in which the molecules are no longer able to move past each other. It has patches of order mass. A glass is very much like a liquid, but it's like a liquid in which the molecules are no longer able to move past each other. It has patches of order mass. A glass is very much like a liquid, but it's like a liquid in which the molecules are no longer able to move past each other. It has patches of order mass. A glass is very much like a liquid, but it's like a liquid in which the molecules are no longer able to move past each other. It has